She kind of yellow. Yeah. Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Liallure and I'm back at it again with another video. If you are new here, oh, my necklace is tangled first of all. If you are new here, my name is Leah. I make videos, story times, hauls. I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So it's like for the kids, you know, the vibes. And if you're a returning subscriber, hey friend, how are you? I hope you're doing wonderful, fabulous, beautiful, amazing. Yeah, so you guys, welcome back to yet another video, and of course today's video is going to be a story time. So yeah, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button because chances are you've already seen one of my story times before and clearly you liked it because you came back for another one. So don't be a hater and just hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to like the video because liking helps me a lot, and baby, it's free 99. Help me help you. If you like my video, I keep making more story times. It's as simple as that. All right, y'all, so today's video of course is a story time, and this story time is going to happen during college. I feel like my most whacked out story times happen in college, honestly. And for those of you who are not new here, this story time happens actually, yeah, this story time happens while I was still dating Dwayne. So it did happen in my senior year of college. If you guys don't know who Dwayne is, make sure you watch my other story times that are on my channel. They're called My Toxic Relationship and How I Knew He Hated Me. So yeah, let's just get started. So I'm gonna be looking at my notes while I tell this story. So if you guys see me looking down, that's all I'm doing right now. Also, I am filming in the kitchen, so if you guys hear the fridge going on right now, it is very, very late and I think it just reset on its own. So yeah, so let me just start by saying that I am not a birthday person. I'm not a birthday person when it comes to me. When it comes to everybody else's birthdays, I'm all for the shits. You know what I mean? I'm the type of friend that if you got birthday plans, you call me, you text me, you let me know what the move is, and I'm there. If it falls into my calendar, if it falls into my finances, I'm there, baby. I'm there. You ain't gotta say nothing but a word. I love other people's birthdays so much because I feel like I'm kind of happiest when I can make other people happy or when I see other people happy. My birthday, on the other hand, is not quite like that. I have never particularly enjoyed my birthday, and I feel like that's for more reasons than one. Reasons I'm not really gonna talk about right now because I don't feel like they're important to the story, so I'm just gonna keep that off the table. All right, just know that I've never been one to enjoy my birthday. I would like to say like, oh my god, my birthday's coming up, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna go ahead and make the biggest deal out of my birthday. In my head, I would love to do that. I would love to get the custom dress. I would love to have the big plans. I would love to do the big birthday dinner with all the girls, color coordinated theme and all of that. I'm just not that girl because anytime I ever try to plan something like that, it always goes wrong. And so early in life, I learned my lesson. You are not the birthday they do it one time for. You're just not. With that being said, my senior year, of course, I planned to do nothing. I didn't want to do anything my senior year for my birthday. I literally thought that I was gonna stay home. I was gonna chill. I was probably gonna order my favorite food in Syracuse, dinosaur barbecue. Shout out to y'all, okay? Yeah, I thought that I was gonna stay home, I was gonna order some dinosaur barbecue, I was gonna drink some wine, and I was just gonna kick it. I also thought that my boyfriend at the time, Dwayne, was gonna come visit me, we were gonna chill, and it was gonna be a good time, good vibes, good chill vibes. Whew! The first thing that went wrong was that Dwayne decided he wasn't gonna come to Syracuse for my birthday. And I think he gave me, of course, some cockamamie bullshit story about how he had to work or how he couldn't make it or how his car wasn't running well and how he didn't have $30 for a bus ticket. Some crazy nonsense, you know what I mean? He was always giving me some bullshit excuse about why he couldn't come visit me. Now, there were times that he did come visit me and he surprised me, so I'm not gonna say that he never made it up there because that's not true. However, on the times that I needed him to make it up there, so my graduation and my birthday, he didn't make it. He wanted to give me some bullshit story, all right? So of course Dwayne didn't make it to my birthday and I was already pissed because damn, not even my nigga gonna be there. That's crazy. So now I'm just like, oh my god, oh my god, like I'm really gonna be alone for my birthday. That's what I thought was gonna happen in my head. So of course I'm talking to my best friends from middle school and they're like, what are you doing for your birthday? What are you doing for your birthday? Keep in mind, they've known me for like 15 years. They already know that. Well, not 15 years, baby, but around the time it was like 10 years. They had known me for a substantial amount of time to know that I wasn't gonna do shit. So Kelsey decides, not on her watch. It's not gonna happen. If you guys are new here, Kelsey's my best friend, and we kind of went to school close to each other because I went to Syracuse and she went to Cornell in Ithaca, which is only like an hour and a half, 2 hours away from each other. So Kelsey was like, I'm gonna come see you. Me and my roommate for the sake of the story is going to be called, roommate's gonna be called Nadia. So she says, me and Nadia are gonna come up there. It's gonna be a good time. And they come to visit and I'm like, I'm not thinking anything of it. I'm thinking like the girls are just going to dinner. The girls are just gonna chill. They're not gonna do anything serious. It's gonna be fine. You know, no pressure still. I'm still not putting any pressure on his birthday because I don't want no shenanigans. None. The first night they came, it was good. It was cool. Like, we just drank. I remember, I think I made Kelsey and I like mini cheeseburger sliders or something like that, with the side salad and wine. I don't remember why, but I know that that's what I made for her. So we ate a little dinner, and then we drank some wine. We got a little wine drunk, and then we went to sleep. So that was the first night. The next day is when everything went to shit. And I should have said this beforehand, but the Friday that they came was April 5th, the Saturday was April 6th, and the Sunday was April 7th. April 7th is my actual birthday. Keep that in mind. So they come or whatever, it's Saturday, and Kelsey's like, okay, well, we could go to dinner, find somewhere you want to go, we could go to dinner, and then after that we can go to find a party or whatever. She thought that there was gonna be a party going on, and of course there was, but we're gonna get to that. So the first stop was dinner, and I decided for my birthday dinner, and y'all better not judge me, but for my birthday dinner I wanted Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, I wanted Cheesecake Factory because I'm not the type of person that like wants to run up a bill and run up a tab because it's my birthday and it's my birthday. Whatever I'm craving at the moment is what I'm going to have for my dinner, and that's period. At the time, what I wanted was the chicken Bellagio, and I also wanted a mango key lime cheesecake as my dessert. That's what I wanted for birthday dinner. So I wasn't gonna do it up at no steakhouse. I really wasn't gonna do nothing. Yeah, I wasn't gonna do none of that. We went to Cheesecake Factory, which was in Destiny USA, the mall in Syracuse. And when we went there, dinner was fine. I went with 4 other people, so it was 5 including myself. So after that was over, we called an Uber. First of all, this Uber takes like 15 minutes to find us for whatever reason. She was on the wrong side of the mall. She finally pulls up. It's an Uber XL, and this lady is already on 10. Hey, what y'all doing? Y'all look cute. Y'all look cute, ladies. What y'all doing tonight? What y'all doing, girls? Yes, look at all. Yes. First of all, relax, ma'am. Bring it down. Bring it down. First of all, so we're like, yeah. Real hot girls, yeah.
Hi, girls. Let me try the boat.
Like, I just wanted dinner. I'm really not on the shit that you're on, Miss Lady, but I understand and I appreciate the vibe check. I really do. So after that, like, we get in a car, and I already told the story about this damn Uber driver, so I'm not gonna go ahead and tell the whole story again. But for those of you who have never heard this story, I'm gonna summarize it really quickly. Essentially, what happened was we got into this Uber XL. The whole time we're in the car, first of all, as soon as we pull off, this lady is badgering us. Do you guys want the aux? Y'all want the aux? Come on, y'all. It's Saturday night. Y'all not gonna play no music. Y'all not gonna turn up. Y'all not gonna get lit. I was like, no, it's okay. It's cool. Like, we don't want to do that. We're okay. She's like, come on now. No. Somebody play something. She was literally so persistent about it that I was starting to get anxious, because it was like, why are you pressing me to blast music? I said I don't want to. None of my friends in the car wanted to blast music, so I really don't understand why she was trying to make a vibe that wasn't there. We was chilling. We was all chilling. We just ate a hefty meal. Don't nobody want to shake no ass in this Uber XL minivan, ma'am. So we're like, okay, like, sure. So finally, somebody that was like in a seat closer to her takes the aux just to get her to like be quiet and play it. Mind you, I'm in the back with Kelsey, so I'm like back there or whatever, and I'm like talking. I'm like, what the fuck, like, why is she doing this? Kelsey like, So we're in the back or whatever. Somebody has like a playlist going on, and she's still talking to us. She's like, yeah, what y'all doing tonight? Where y'all from? And so we're like, oh, like, we're all from New York. And then she's like, oh, that's cool. I like New York. It's nice out there, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on in the summer. When I was younger, I used to do this and I used to do that. I didn't mention this before, but this lady was like maybe around like early 40s. So she's like, yeah, when I was younger, I used to do this and I used to do that. And we're like, oh, okay, that's cool. Mind you now, none of my friends, including myself, were not rude young ladies at all. Like, we were all speaking back to her, even though we might not want to talk back. We did talk back to her, and we did engage her in conversation. So let me just put that out there. We're like talking to her or whatever, just like keeping her engaged until we get out the Uber. Finally, she looks at the destination of where we're going, so where my apartment was with my roommate, and she's like, oh, y'all live right there? I don't live too far from y'all. Okay, all right, that's nice. So she's like, yeah, I don't live too far from y'all. Like, I just started building my house. It's a really nice house. So we're trying to build a basement. I heard basement. I said, hold on, wait a minute. I'm out of here. Let me. I'm literally about to open the car door and tuck and roll, even though I'm in the back seat and I can't even access the car door. I'm about to tuck and roll because my anxiety was like, she's gonna nap you. I don't even know if I could say this on YouTube, but I thought she was gonna take me to her basement and keep me there. You know what I mean? And so I was like, yeah. No. I literally, in my head, I started like freaking out because I'm like, where is she going with this story? Of course she says, I'm gonna stop by my house real quick and show y'all my house. My house is real cool. It's not too far away from you guys, so you'll get to your destination on time. And we're like, no ma'am, that's fine. You don't have to do that. Don't worry about it. And I don't know what made us think to say that, because it's not like she was asking. She was telling us that she was gonna take us to her house. Yeah, at this point I'm like, I'm never gonna see my mama again. I'm never gonna see her again. So I'm in the back seat and I'm like squeezing Kelsey's hand because I'm nervous and I'm anxious as a mother right now. So I'm like, no ma'am, you really don't have to do that. Like, we have to go somewhere. Somebody's waiting on us. Like, you don't have to do that. So she's like, no, it'll be real quick. It'll be real quick. This lady literally stops her Uber in front of her house. She literally took us off. She took us on a detour to her house. Now we get in front of the house and I'm thinking like, yeah, this is it. This is where it ends for me. Like, she's gonna take us out the car. She's gonna be like, nobody make any sudden movements and get y'all trick asses in the basement. That's what she's gonna do. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's nice. Your house is really nice. And she's like, yeah. Maybe if I see y'all again, like, you know what I mean, y'all could come over. Okay. Okay. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's nice. That's nice. Now, mind you, I could sense the vibe in the car. I could sense everybody else is uncomfortable with the situation, and I'm just like, Lord Jesus, please let us get home safely. So now this lady rolls her window back up and she's like, okay, I'm gonna get y'all home. So she rolls up the window and I'm like sighing like relief or whatever. I kind of like let go of Kelsey's hand, and then we get to the apartment. I closed the door and I immediately gave her a 1 star and I reported her. Yeah, because you don't do that. You don't make a bunch of girls, college girls, clearly scared. You don't pick them up from somewhere, take them off tour, and take them in front of your house just for the sake of showing us your house when we never wanted to stop at your house in the first place. So I reported her. So now we get in the house or whatever, and all my friends are like chilling. They're just sitting or whatever. And then, you know, when you get back inside from like being out for a while and you kind of just like start taking things out your pockets, I start taking shit out my pocket and I realize I don't have my card. So I'm like, where is my card? Like, where did it go? I literally start checking all my pockets, start checking my jeans, my front pockets, my back pockets. I start checking my jacket. It is not in there. Of course, my anxiety starts to go off. I was already anxious in the Uber, and now I'm about to throw up. I'm about to vomit. Yep. That'll do it. Pack it up. Oh, y'all, get the f out. Like, I can't do it. So I'm like, Kelsey, oh my God, I think I lost my card. She's like, you lost your card? Like, what do you mean? Like, what happened? Do you think you left it in the Uber? I was like, I don't know. Like, I really don't. And I don't want to contact this lady again to see if I left my card in there, because she's already shady to begin with. I don't want her to think I left my card in her car. So after that, she was like, so just call the Cheesecake Factory and we'll see if it's there. I call the Cheesecake Factory and I tell them like, hey, I was just here with my friend. I had a reservation for this time under this name, and I just want to know if you guys like seen a card or if I left a card at the table. The girl on the phone is telling me like, oh, we don't know yet because we're only able to tell that type of information once we clean up, so we're not sure, but if we find your card, we'll give you a call in the morning. Immediately, no, that's not gonna fly with, because it's my birthday weekend. I need my card tonight. I need it tonight. I need it today. So I get in the car, I call another Uber, and of course Kelsey being my best friend, we riding out. I'm like, I'm getting my car. So we went all the way back to the mall, all the way back to the Cheesecake Factory, which was like almost closing at this point. So we get to the Cheesecake Factory and I'm like, hey, I think I left my card here. And thankfully the manager came out and she was like, yeah, we just found this card, so here you go. And I'm like, oh my god, thank you so much, it's my birthday, like I really thought I lost my card. She's like, no problem, you know. So after that we get back in another Uber, no problems with this one. They took us straight home, they didn't say shit the whole night. Great, love that. So we get back into the apartment or whatever, and at this point, as you can probably imagine, I'm already mentally tapped. Like, I do not want to go outside, I don't want to be around people, I don't want to shake my ass, I don't want to, come on, like I just want to go to bed, like I don't want to do this no more. So my friends are telling me like, no, come on, let's go, we gotta go out, it's your birthday, you can't just stay in, you gotta go out. Mind you, I had another group of friends who were ringing down my phone. They were calling me, they were texting me, and they were like, are you gonna come over to pregame? Because I had told them that I was gonna go out that night. So they were asking me if I was gonna come over to pregame so they could celebrate my birthday with me, like, you know, in private. So I was like, I mean, I guess, but I was kind of like dodging it because again, I didn't want to go out. Kelsey and everybody else in the house convinced me to go. So we all got dressed and I walked my ass over there because it wasn't too far. Come to find out, it was a surprise party. Surprise! It was a surprise party, which honestly, I feel like I pride myself in being somebody who like is very aware about what's going on around me, but I never peeped that Kelsey and everybody else was kind of like in on my other friends taking, you know what I mean? I didn't know anybody was in on anything. I really was never expecting this because again, birthdays never go right for me. 2, people don't generally do anything for my birthday. And 3, I've never had a surprise party. So at no point was I ever expecting a surprise party. So I got there and you know, they all yelled surprise and I was like, oh my god, like I literally wasn't expecting this. It was very nice of them and it was very sweet and I really appreciated the gesture. It was very nice. And so I tried to be as excited as possible, although as you could probably imagine, my energy was already low because of Uber gate and card gate. So, and I got there, everybody's saying happy birthday. I don't want to laugh. I don't want to laugh because my life is really a joke and it's getting out of hand. But as they were singing happy birthday to me, why did the birthday cake fall on the floor? My whole birthday cake that they made for me, it fell on the floor. I didn't even get a little icing. Promise, I didn't even get a little icing. It just fell on the floor. I was like, okay. Yeah, happy birthday. Ooh, yeah. So the night just kept getting worse, but I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. So as I'm sitting down and I'm explaining what happened to my other group of friends and how I was anxious or whatever, they were like, we're gonna get you drunk. Because what else would a group of college kids do except try to get their sad friend drunk, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh, okay. So they ended up force feeding me literally a bottle of Malibu. If you're not familiar with Malibu, it's basically rum. I do not enjoy the taste of rum. And hold on, not too much, because y'all know I'm from the Caribbean. Not too much, but I do not enjoy the taste of rum. And so when they gave me Malibu, I was kind of like, bleh, the whole time. But I definitely drank the bottle, and I drank the whole bottle, the entire bottle. This wasn't a shot. This wasn't a baby bottle of Malibu. This was a bottle of Malibu, like a whole bottle. And so I drank it or whatever, and I was just like, fine. It was no problem for like at least an hour. Now, Kelsey finds a party, and my other friends decide like, yeah, we want to go. So I'm like, oh, okay, fine. My birthday. So I decide to go out with them just for them. It really wasn't for me at all at that point. I was just like, let's go out then. So we get on the bus, and then we make it to this party. Now, this party was hosted by a fraternity. I'm not gonna say which fraternity. Yeah, but it was an NPHC fraternity. And of course my friends were like, let's go. I step into the house immediately. Get me the here. Like literally the lights are down low. It's like a colored light. I'm not gonna say what color because then y'all gonna know who it was, but it was like a colored light, like LED neon light situation, and they were playing Freak Nasty down low. They were playing like one of them like 90s like really like songs, you know what I mean? And I was like, okay, like maybe this is a segment that's going on and maybe they're gonna switch it up to something a little more upbeat in a second. I stayed there for an hour, a full hour, and that was the vibe the whole time. Now, mind you, these people were literally, the people who were guests at their party, they were up against the wall grinding on each other. They were on the couch like grinding on each other, and for a second I literally thought that this was an unsolicited high school party. So I was just like, okay. I gotta get the fuck up out of here. I gotta go.
Oh, that'll do it. You don't have to worry about me. You do not have to worry about me.
So now I'm telling my friends, like, no, I have to leave. I'm so sorry. Like, I have to go. So, of course, Kelsey's like, oh my God, are you sure it's your birthday? Like, do you want me to come with you? And I'm like, no, like, you wanted to go out. Like, stay. Go have fun. Like, I'm telling my friends, like, stay. I'm gonna take the bus. I'm gonna be fine. I'll text y'all when I'm inside. Like, do not worry about it. So I told I hugged all of them, and I was like, all right, I'll see y'all later. Y'all be safe. Text me, of course, like, all of that. So then I go across the street and I wait at the bus stop. Now, by the time I was waiting at the bus stop, that Malibu, it had already kicked in. Me being outside and me being in the breeze, for some reason, it kind of accelerated the act of foolness that was going on in my head. This is so embarrassing. But, you know what I'm saying? I might as well just tell y'all what happened, right? So, I'm at the bus stop and I'm waiting for this bus, right? Mind you, it's like, at this point, it's like 1:30 in the morning. So I'm standing there, I'm waiting for the bus, and I decide I want to start some shit. So what do? Call up my boyfriend, give him a ring. Now, like I said in the other story times about Dwayne, we were always arguing, and we weren't arguing because of me. We were arguing because of him. And so I felt like a lot of the times I was quiet and I was like submissive in the way where I wanted to say something and I wanted to get my perspective and my feelings out there about something he did or something that happened between the two of us. And I couldn't get it out because I just didn't want to start nothing. I didn't want to start no problems with him. And so I feel like me drinking that whole night just made me want to fight. And so what I did was I called Dwayne and I was like, yeah, why didn't you come for my birthday? I'm so upset. You're such a bad boyfriend. You treat me like shit. You ain't shit, nigga. I'm doing this outside, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's an empty street. Now, it wasn't that empty because it's Saturday in a college town, so there's a lot of people like walking around. But my point is, I was doing this outside in public. So I want to phone with him and I'm like, you ain't shit. Like, you really just hate me. You're a terrible boyfriend. I'm going off on him. The bus pulls up. I want to say that I stopped blacking on him on the phone. No, I didn't. I really didn't. I really was going off on this man the whole entire bus ride. Now, mind you, this bus ride, it wasn't a lot of people on there. I want to say it was maybe about like 5 people, including the bus driver. I could see the bus driver in his mirror staring back at me because I was sitting in the back seat. So I was going off in the back and everybody else was in the front minding their business. But the bus driver was looking at me like, Miss Mamas. So I'm going off on him and I'm like, you ain't shit. You really just hate me. Shut the up. You don't care about me. Shut the up. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Shut up, because you should have been there with me. Going off, looking stupid, of course. As I'm going off on him or whatever, I start to realize that I'm coming up to my stop. So as I start walking to the front of the bus, and manners as ever, okay, a polite little lady, I'm like, have a good night, sir. Have a good night, sir. After I literally just cursed my boyfriend and called him all types of on the phone, like, now I'm telling this man like, have a good night, like, and I'm like casually walking off the bus. So get off the bus and I'm still arguing with my boyfriend and he's like, are you good? Like, are you done? Because you're clearly drunk. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. And so I just hang up the phone on him, whatever. So I walk up in my apartment and I start to take off my makeup, I start to take off my clothes, I get in the shower and I get in bed. Now, I want to tell you the story is over, but it's not. Luckily for you, it's not. So like I told you guys, the day after, the Sunday, was actually April 7th, my birthday. Now, most people, when their birthdays fall on a Sunday, they do something like they go to brunch or something cute. Did not have that luxury because when I was in college, I was a supervisor at our stadium. And so as a food and beverage supervisor, I had to be at like all of the main events by contract. And so I had to be at that event. It didn't matter that it was my birthday. Like, I couldn't get an excuse to not show up to work. So the whole weekend I already knew that like I had to go to work on my birthday, which is something that irritated me, but it's not something that I was thinking about until the actual day of the event. So now this event comes, right? And Kelsey's like, she's about to leave or whatever. So I'm like, thank you so much for coming. I love you. Like, I'm hugging her roommate. I'm like thanking everyone for coming and trying to make my birthday as nice as possible. Then I get on the bus and I go to work. Let me explain something about my job at Syracuse. As a supervisor, most of what I did was I supervised and managed a group of like maybe 6 people, usually at beer and like drink stations. So I usually managed the alcohol stations because that's what I wanted to manage. I never wanted to manage the food stations. And so my job wasn't really that hard, you know what I mean? I had to tap kegs, I had to change out empty kegs, I had to like delegate tasks and stuff like that. I had to deal with difficult customers, but I wouldn't say that my job was one that was difficult. With that being said, there were some events that I hated more than others. This one in particular was one that I hated. Not only did it always fall on my birthday, but there was always an issue at this event. Now, I'm gonna say something and I don't want nobody looking at me crazy in the face because y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. The event that I was supervising on my birthday is called Monster Jam. If you are not familiar with Monster Jam, it's basically like a monster truck like contest show type situation, tour of the country. It's basically like all these really big like monster trucks. They do like all these different things. So there's like a freestyle contest, there's like a racing thing. It's like this whole big thing. There's like a bunch of souvenirs. All the kids come, they got the head muffs, they got the big truck cup. Like it's a thing. It's a thing. So Monster Jam happens every single year on my birthday in Syracuse. There are times that I do different things. I don't do the same thing every single year. This year in particular, when I got to the stadium, they told me to like go to the pit, which is basically the floor of the stadium. There's a pre-game event that happens before the show called a pit party. And a pit party is basically when you can like, you get to meet the drivers of the monster trucks, you get to like get souvenirs, get cotton candy, get all these like cool drinks and stuff like that. It's basically like a meet and greet, you know what I mean? I was working pit party, and as I was working, I actually had a manager that was higher up than me, delegating me what to do. So I wasn't the supervisor for that shift. So he's telling me to just work the cash register. The issue with this cash register was that it wasn't an automatic cash register. It was manual. So I had to do all the calculations myself. I had to put in things myself. There was like buttons I wasn't familiar with. They never trained me on that cash register. So when I got on it, I was like I don't know what to do. The lines just kept getting longer and I felt like I was holding up the line. So of course I was getting anxious. Most people, when they come to an event, they're just happy to be there. They're just happy to experience the event. Like they're not really pressed that they have to be in line for an extra 5 minutes. You know you're coming to an event. You know there's gonna be a shit ton of people there. You're not expecting to be the only person in line for anything. So most people understand and they're reasonable. But then there are some that want to try you. They want to try you, and unfortunately for them, they want to try an Aries on her birthday. So I'm standing there and I'm like working or whatever, and I'm like trying to work the machine. The girl next to me is trying to help me. My supervisor's trying to help me. Like we're teamwork. This lady comes up to me and she's like, can I have a large popcorn, a large slushie, and can I have a cotton candy? So I'm like, okay, ma'am, no problem. I'm like putting it into the machine, and I'm like, let's say for example, that'll be like $24 because they were stupid expensive. So I was like, yeah, that'll be $24. She gives me a 30. So now I'm here trying to like do everything I need to do for this machine or whatever. And as I'm doing it, I'm like, okay, ma'am, you can step to the side and we'll get you your stuff. So she's like, what? Just like that. What? So I'm sorry, you can step to the side. Someone will hand you your drink. They'll hand you all your food in a second. They'll hand you everything you need to get, just so you're not like standing here. So she's like, I heard what you said. Where's my change? At that point, I was just like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I did forget to give you your change, because again, I'm under so much pressure that I forgot to hand her change. But it's not that I would have never given it to her. I think in that moment, I didn't react fast enough for her. And so that's why she was pressed about it. So I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to give you your change. I'm going to give you your change. So I start to open the machine. And as I'm handing this lady her change back, she snatches it from my hand.
butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high.
All right. Sure. I guess. So she snatched it, and I think that's when a light bulb kind of like went off in my head that this lady was playing in my face. Because the first act of aggression, when she kind of looked at me like I was an imbecile. The second act of aggression, when she was verbally aggressive, I let that slide. The third time, yeah, you got me. I literally stood there and I looked at her like, despite what anyone might think, because I know a lot of y'all have all these opinions about what you think I'm really like. Here's the truth. I know what I'm really like. When I'm working at my job, I am nothing but friendly and I am nothing but professional. No one who has ever worked with me at any single job can ever say that I was unprofessional or rude to anyone. Whatever shit that I came into my job with, I leave that shit at the door and I pick it up on my way out. I don't take my problems into work with me because that's not what they paying me for. I do my job, I leave, and I resume whatever I was dealing with. So it really doesn't matter what I'm dealing with. I'm never going to give you attitude. Furthermore, it doesn't matter how a customer reacts towards me. I never take that shit personal because it ain't got shit to do with me and they don't pay me enough for that crap anyway. She's like snatching shit from my hand. She's being verbally aggressive and I'm letting it slide. But then it's like, I'm telling you, it's like a gear stopped in my head and I literally was like, do you have a problem? She was like, what? I don't have no problem. I don't know what you're talking about. She's starting to go off and I was like, oh. And I said it just like that. Oh. So now she's, of course, acting like the victim. When you did what you had to do, you didn't act like the victim. But when it was me, now it's, yeah. And so like I literally just took a step back after that and I told my manager, I was like, I need a 15. And I literally just walked away. I walked away. I didn't even wait for his response because at that point I knew it was going to escalate because this is what you're not going to do. So I took a step back, I took a 15 and I was minding my business on the wall in the same exact spot, but I just wasn't working. I start to notice this lady is staring at me. She's still grilling me. And then now she goes back to her husband, her daughter, and her son, and she's talking shit clearly to her husband and her daughter. Very clearly talking shit about me. What the fuck is that girl gonna do? What is she gonna do? Yeah, that's what I thought. And so she's staring at me and I'm staring back at her because like I said, one thing you're not gonna do, baby, is punk me. You're not gonna punk me and you're especially not gonna punk me at a job that I don't need. Let's not get crazy. So I'm sitting there, I'm minding my business and I'm staring back at her because it ain't nothing. So that happened at that event and for the rest of the night I was kind of blued, but I didn't let it like take over my emotions too much because at the end of the day it still was my birthday. So that event happened. What I will say about Monster Jam is that I do find the monster trucks to be actually pretty cool. I think that the tricks and the flips and the stuff that they do is really cool. It's loud and it's dirty, but in general I think it's an interesting event. So I never really have a problem with it. It's just that sometimes the people who come there, they come very aggressive, they come a little bit racist, and so it's not really something I enjoyed working at for that reason and that reason only. But yeah, that's the end of my story and that's the end of like the worst birthday I ever had, at least the worst birthday I ever had in college. And yeah, subscribe and join the gang because if you watch this video you might as well stick around. Follow me on my socials, that is Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. That is in the outro and also in the description box down below. Call me, beat me if you wanna reach me. I love you guys so much and I'll see you in the next one. Bye y'all.
Shout out to everybody. I had fun.